I normally don't buy eyeshadow palettes, but I had to pick this one up, and this is by Dior, and this is the Diorshow 5 Colors palette, and this is in the shade 559 Poncho. I do have one like this, and the one that I have is in 669 Soft Cashmere, and I love it so much. I love the formula, so I wanted to try this color story. So I'm going to compare this too, so you guys can see which maybe color story you would be interested in. We'll do some swatches, and we're gonna do an eye look with it. I will make sure to put a timestamp down below and on the screen if you like to skip directly to seeing this palette. But we are gonna play with a new skin tint by Milk Makeup, and then the rest of the products will be Dior that I'm gonna use. Let's start with this one. This is in the shade 2. I love how you see the shade right on the back, and then of course on the side right here is the actual shade. This is more of a thick formula for I think it's called a tint, a gel tint. I have been loving this product so much. Let's start with this, and then we'll see if we need more. I'm gonna go with my Nude Sticks Blend and Buff. I just cleaned this brush. So I'm just gonna start with this, and then I'm gonna go with my sponge. So I don't buy eyeshadow palettes as much, but when something catches my eye, then I go for it. And Dior eyeshadow and the formula, the shades have really caught my eye. I know that I love my previous one so much. Every time I create a look with it, formula is just so smooth, easy to blend and easy to use. Color story is just beautiful for every day. It's just stunning. You'll see the color story, and I actually have not even opened it or tried the palette. So I'm curious to see how it's different than the soft cashmere one. The soft cashmere one seems a little bit more on the cool tone side, but we'll see how this one looks as well. To me, the pictures looks more cool tone / warm tone. So I don't know if this particular one is new. I know that they came out with a new one, and that's the shade 647 Silk Taupe. That's the newest one, which is out of stock. But this one, that one has a rosy tone in there, and I didn't really like it. I don't think it would match my eyes. Oh, this is so pretty. So I didn't put much around the eye because now I'm gonna go with this Dior Backstage concealer, and this is in the shade 0CR. You see how much I've been loving this concealer. I love the spatula, is more like a brush, and I really love the shade. It's just a perfect shade for me. So brightening. A little bit more there. I'm just gonna go in with my sponge this time. Let it sit around the eyes just a little bit more before I get to it. So far, I have been loving all of my Dior products that I purchased. So do you guys own any Dior eyeshadow? I would love to hear your thoughts on the eyeshadow. Or what's your favorite product by Dior? I don't know, it's really hard to tell. I have so many favorites in every category. I guess I could have gone with a Dior foundation, but I wanted to continue trying this Milk Makeup one. And so far, every time I've been using it, I've been loving the product. So now that the complexion is done, let's move on to bronzer. For bronzer, I haven't used this one in a while. This is the Dior Forever Natural Bronze. And does it shade? Yeah, in the shade 05 Warm Bronze. Look how much I've used it that the writing is gone. Of course, I'm gonna go with my favorite Hourglass Duo Ending brush and bronze up the face a little bit. And you can use this bronzer on your eye. You don't need to buy an eyeshadow palette. This is a perfect shade to use for your transition all over the eyelid. That's what I do sometimes. I don't really go into eyeshadow too much. When I do, these eyeshadows by Dior are so nice. And I think I like this type of palettes by Dior more than this ones here. These are very beautiful too because you can see through, you can see the colors, same amazing formula. But I don't know, I think this formula a little bit better. I don't know if it's different or maybe because packaging, I don't know. Maybe the color story, you know, it's exactly what you need. It's not as overwhelming when you get all this. You're like, which color should I use? But these are so good as well. These are just so smooth on the eye, and formula is just amazing with those two. Look how pretty this bronzer is. So I'm gonna next go into highlighter, and it's my new highlighter by Dior. This is the Dior Forever Glow Luminizer, and look at that pretty shade in the shade 03 Pink Halo. And I'm gonna go with this hourglass brush. Doesn't have a number on it, but I'm gonna go with this little pointy one. Just highlight the cheek. I have to always remember to apply my highlighter before my blush, because I really like how it looks after I apply my blush and everything is blended together. Let's go in with a blush, and this is the Dior Rosy Glow blush in the shade Rosewood. So pretty. And of course, I'll go with this dual-ended brush. These are my two favorite brushes. And this blushes by Dior, probably one of my favorites. They swatch horrible if you were to swatch them on your hands. So if you do go in store and you try swatch them, they don't swatch good. But once applied to the cheek, it just leaves a very nice veil of color. So I'm just gonna switch to this big one now and make sure that it's all blended together. Okay, so let's go into the eye look now. Okay, so this eyeshadow palette, the packaging looks like this. Let's take it out. This is in the shade 559 Poncho. And this is what it looks like. So pretty. And when you open it up, well, it has the Dior logo right there. Ooh, okay, brand new. You can see it's gorgeous. I love it. So I'm gonna take off the cover, and there is the eyeshadow palette. So I'm gonna put it beside the 669 Cashmere. Let me open it up, and then I'm gonna give it a swatch as well. So here they are. So 669 Cashmere and 559 Poncho. That's what they look like. Here's from afar so that you can see the exact colors. Ooh, okay, I can see now that the Cashmere one, this one is much more cool tone. And the other one's much more warm tone. I'll switch them like this so you guys can see the color. It's so hard. Okay, so I did swatch the Cashmere on my right hand, but I'm going to do the swatches of this one on my left, and then we're going to compare them. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start from the darkest and then go around, and then last I'm going to use here. So here are the swatches of this one. Definitely a lot more warmth tone. I really love every shade. My least favorite is this one because it's gold. However, I'm sure it's going to transfer really nice. So the gold one is this one right here. It looks very nice and smooth actually. But gold is usually my least favorite color for eyes. But this looks like such a beautiful color story. Now let me show you compared to the Cashmere one. So the Cashmere one is on this side. So you can see that this is a little bit more rosy, cool tone. This is more warm tone. So I hope this is kind of helpful in choosing the color story that you like or you prefer. I'm actually happy I have both. I wanted a color story that is obviously different than this, but still wearable and more nude. I didn't want anything rosy. And I think this is really pretty. Okay, I have no clue. I don't know if I'm going to use all shades, but I will start with the middle shade right here. And let me zoom you in. And I'm going to go with my favorite BK Beauty 201. I love this for blending. So I have nothing on my eyes but the concealer, and I'm not going to put anything else. I want to see how this eyeshadow sticks to the eye. So like I said, I'm going to go into the middle shade and let's see how it transfers. And I'm just going to use it as a transition. So it does have a little sheen to it, very silky feeling. It feels silky and it has a nice sheen. No glitters, no shimmers, just a nice sheen to the eye. They have a very unique texture. In the middle of this one is a darker one. And then in the middle of this new one that I picked up It's the light brown. Pretty color story. I love this color so much. I'm happy I have both because these are just perfect shades for someone who likes more neutrals and more natural looks. And it's a formula that lasts all day long without creasing, and it's not heavy on the eye. It's perfect for mature eyelids as well. Oh, that looks so pretty. Look how nice. It's just a veil of color. Let's go in with a smaller brush. Maybe I'll use this one, the 212, which is smaller than the 201. I'll show you the difference. And I'm gonna go into this shade right now, right here, and just use that into the crease only. So I'm just gonna try use as many as I can. Again, you don't have to use all of the shades on a daily basis. You can just go with one and a shimmer and then mascara, but I really want to see how they transfer on the eye and how they blend. And that blended like a dream. I love this shade so much. And this is this shade right here. Again, you can see that it does have, they all have some kind of sheen to them. This is the only one that's more glittery, but again, there's no big chunky glitters. This is the shade I'm using right now in my crease. So I'm going to go into the first brush and make sure that everything is blended. Let's go for the outer corner now. I will go into this BK Beauty 203, which is more flat, and go into this darker shade right here. Pick up a little bit, and that's the shade right here. Let's see how it transfers on the eye. So I'm just going to pack it here in the outer corner, and then I'm going to go blend it. So again, this has a sheen to it, but it's beautiful. It does something to the eye having this type of sheen and not being completely matte, but that's beautiful. Let's do the same thing on the other eye. So if you're interested into the cool tone palette, I do have a video. I will make sure to link it down below so you can see the details of that palette and how the eye look turned out. Make sure you go watch it and then let me know down below which one was your favorite look or color story based on how it looks on the eyes. For me, I guess you can even combine them. That's gonna look really pretty. You know what? Let's use all shades. So I think I'm gonna go with the next one is this gold one with my finger and just add a little bit in the middle of my eye right here to start the nice transitioning of the other shimmer as well. Ooh, I actually love how this looks on the eye. It doesn't appear as gold as I thought. So this shade is this one right here that I'm putting on the middle of my eye. It looks so pretty. And for the inner corner, of course, we're gonna go with this one right here. And I'm going to use my finger after I clean it. Or should we use this one? Yeah, let's use this Dior one that it came with, because I think this is perfect for actually fitting in here. That looks nice. And let me go with the finger now to see if this becomes a little bit more intense with the finger. No, similar. It feels exactly the same as applying it with a brush. Oh, this is a very soft shimmer, not too intense. So this is the shimmer from this palette right here, and then the shimmer from the other palette is right here. So they are pretty similar. This is more cool tone, this is more warm. Okay, so for the bottom, I think I'm gonna go with this shade right here. I'll go with this BK Beauty 207. Let's see, maybe it's too big for the bottom. No, it's okay. This is perfect for the bottom lash line as well. And I want to make sure that everything is blended nicely. So I'm going to go with the first brush and make sure that there's no sharp lines. Of course, if you want to intensify the bottom lash line here, you can go with the darker shade as well, but I think I want to leave it like this. Let's apply the mascara and see how the eyes look finished with the mascara. I'm gonna apply my brown mascara, my Tartelette tubing mascara, and I will be right back. We're gonna finish the lips and then I will give you my final thoughts on these two palettes. Okay, so here is a final close-up of the eyes. What do you guys think? So again, the shades are here. I think it looks really pretty. Everything turned out really nice. That's the palette. I love every shade. Very interesting formula, how they look like they're matte. They don't have shimmers, but they are nice and shiny. So pretty. Let's get into lips now. Okay, for lips, I have my Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat. And this is in the shade Iconic Nude. I'm gonna do something simple. This Iconic Nude looks very similar to my lip color. I thought it would be more brown, but it's not. It's a nice brown, nude brown. So I can make my lips like this, but I do want to use my Dior Lip Glow. What is this called? It's a lip maximizer in the shade 002. And it's so pretty. Just put some in the middle here. Not much, just extra shine. Yes, I think it looks really pretty. Okay, let's get into final thoughts here. This palette retails for $68. Is it worth it? That's Canadian. I think that if you buy any of these palettes, just choose one if you're interested in trying out this Dior 5 eyeshadow palettes. Choose whether you're more of a nude, of a warmth tone person or more cool tone. It depends on what you prefer. Both palettes perform beautiful. The formula is the same in both. It's just color story that's different. I think that this color story, where is it? Right here. It looks super nice on my eyes. I did try this one. Like I said, make sure you check out the video down below and you'll see how the eye look turned out. I really love this one as well. And just the formula is so unique compared to what I've tried in other palettes that I would definitely choose this eyeshadow formula over others. I do love my Natasha Denona the same as this, but those are the two brands that I really find like something different in the formula, something more unique than anything else. I love my Patrick Ta, my Makeup by Mario, but the Natasha Denona and Dior formula to me seems just a little bit more unique than others. So I think that the eye look turned very nice. So again, if you're more of a warm tone person, then this is what this palette looks like. And here it is with the swatches. Very beautiful. I'm actually happy I have this. This is exactly what I've envisioned. When I opened it up, at first I thought it's similar to my other one, but it's definitely not. Like, I don't think that there's one shadow that repeats itself. No. So I'm happy that actually all shades, maybe just a shimmer, but even the shimmer looks more warm tone in this one and more cool tone here. So I definitely recommend either, whatever you prefer. Very happy to have this in my collection, and I hope this was helpful. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe, and I wish you all a wonderful day, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Love you guys. Bye.